Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is what people are seeing and experiencing every day, well-being of the prepared mind. And people send me pictures and videos and emails. And if you would like to do the same, my email address is in the description box below, okay? So this email comes in from my favorite gal pal in the UK, and she said, we're having the same shite here. Royal Mail, our postal service, has strikes planned in December, and so do some of the rail operators. And now the staff at some airports and shipping ports are talking of strikes too, I believe. And that's going to screw up the transportation of a lot of things if all these strikes go ahead. The whole world has gone absolutely mad, and I, for one, want as little as possible to do with it all. I don't blame you. So this community member wrote in and he said, read the book, The Long Emergency. I'm in Los Angeles. Lots of spraying lately. And for those who say it ain't so, I and others have seen crop dusters spraying crowds of people at Venice Beach, etc. Oh my Lord, that's terrible. Oh, God. And this community member wrote in, she said, I got a 5-volume set of cookbooks in the box from 1968. Regular home cooking recipes, has a lot of old recipes added. And this one I took a picture of is fascinating. I don't know the year, I just know it's from the 60s. Jenny Reed Recipes takes a bite out of inflation. How interesting is that? Top page in the black box. And she said, thanks for show this to the community, and thanks so much about the warning about the evil Pinocchio movie. Oh, there's so much more to come. There really is. And now for a commercial break. You guys, they're so funny when you send these to me. Okay, so this email comes in from a community member, and she said, ooh, okay. She said, it feels like 2019 again. Yeah, not the prices. This is a scam. I paid, oh, because of Thanksgiving. Yeah. She's like, I paid $2 a pound for butter. What? 99 cents on sale in 2019. I bought a turkey breast for $8 2 months ago, just in case, on sale at Aldi. Someone said they were $13.99 this month. Yeah. It's, I had, I'm not even going to go there. I'm really not, because I'll go on a rant and you don't want to hear that. So how is that a sale? It's really a huge scam. Feeling like 2019 is really scary to me because I feel like it's all calm before the storm. You got that right. Maybe that's nuts. And I'm just showing my signs of PTSD. But that's what these nutcases are doing before each disaster. Yeah, you're not kidding. How can I not? First, we have a kind of calm moment, and then everything goes nuts. I'm walking on eggshells some days. I always feel like I'm running out of time. I just saw your video about the Etsy shop promoting carbon net zero. Yeah, yeah. And it's sad because, she's, that community member, she has a store on that, and she's like, what the heck, And she said, talk about trigger warnings before the word is said, right? My blood boils when I hear certain words now because I know it's just a lie. Lies are my biggest pet peeves. And traitor, yes, girl, yes, I hear you. That and thieves, I cannot. I guess the new age is all about traitors and liars, all the rage and hell, darling, and they're all definitely bringing us down this season. So I thought I would send you a new traitor alert for all the viewers to know before the year ended. Ring has sold us out. Ring doorbell? Shut the front door, you lint licker. What? Yet I will say they were kind enough to alert me, but my county government was joining neighbors. But of course, they say they won't be spying on us. Oh, bullshit. But we know that's a lie. Does this mean the police will do something now in my area? Because not only have I put it on camera, but the government locally is watching. Oh my God. Does that now count as a witness to crime. So if you have a ring, anything you record or use now, it's not just the criminals who can hack your system without a warrant, apparently. Come on. Stop it. I don't have a Ring doorbell, but I have a Ring doorbell. Does that make sense? My doorbell camera is through my security company, but it's not Ring. My security company is Front Point. What the flip? Oh my God, now I'm pissed. Since carbon net zero triggered me, I also made reminders of what some of the results of the programs our government has put into place in our past. We forget we have results already in corporation policies from the past, and its results, since they are eco-friendly now, such a joke. We have the results and fruits given to us by which the world governments and elites have given us when these things are done their way. How well have they done? We are all forgetting that none of this language is new. Seriously, people, we went through this stuff in school. We also have the results of 2050 for reaching carbon net zero and blocking the sun. Flip. Ask yourself, is this the future you want to live, or your children, grandchildren? No, that's the problemo. Their results are fake food recycling, consumption at a large scale, homeless programs, and basically not caring about life of any kind. Yeah, a reset needs to be made. Yeah, but not the freaking reset that they want. Do we really want these people deciding our future? No. No. They are the problems for everything. What happened to all the types of pollution they created? Why are we talking about fake problems and not the real ones? Because the real ones, they can't solve. That's why, you know? Oh, because they cause it, that too. Yeah. And please share these pictures and around, especially the result of the carbon net zero. Oh yeah, of course I will. Yet, yes, it's a picture of Mars. We saw what that does. I'm a child of what a school of brainwash can do. I used to believe they were actually recycling, and to find out as an adult it was all a lie, and it's heartbreaking. Yeah, I know. And you know, they push recycling here too. Like we get, okay, you know, the huge trash cans, right? They're on wheels and the county gives them to you and blah, blah, blah. Well, they also give us one for paper recycling and one for plastic recycling and everything. And they're like, recycle. And I'm like, why? You don't actually recycle, so what the hell does it matter? You know, because it's true. They really do not recycle. They really don't. So yeah, because one of Andrew's best friends, he works for the county, and he told me, he's like, they don't actually recycle what you actually put in those bins. They do not recycle. And he goes, Ma, stop recycling. He said, because they don't actually recycle. And I'm like, what? I'm like, we live in one of the biggest cities in Florida, and they give us the 3 trash cans. One is a blue one for regular trash. And then we've got a green one for recycle. And then we've got another one, and it's for cardboard. You mean to tell me that they don't actually recycle? And he's like, no, they don't. He goes, Mom, I work for the county. Andrew's friend calls me Mom. He goes, Mom, I work for the county. He goes, no, they don't. And I'm like, all right, son. Yeah. It's a joke. Yeah. Anyway, so she goes on to say, finding out my favorite cookies, Oreos, that I'm truly addicted to, is fake food. Oh yeah, I know, right? It's one of mine too. She's like, so crushing. Yet cookies I know are bad, but to know that they have a fake lab veggie that are being sold in the frozen sections is scary. Oh yeah, I know, right? Chemicals and everything, nutrition stripped away. Why? Even worse, to schools across the country. My doctor said she knew about it and has been pushing her daughter's school to change their vendors, but they can't afford the real food. It's like, remember when because Andrew was in high school when this happened with the Obamas, right? And Michelle Obama, she's like, well, if you want to receive funding for your schools, you got to push my menu and push the food that I want and everything. Well, Andrew actually, he was allergic to the food that the school was giving out. And he was constantly getting sick. And it was because of all the preservatives. So I had to, send him to school with a lunch because he was getting so sick all the time. Yeah. So, and the food actually has not gotten much better because my nephew Dominic, he gets sick in school every single day. He throws up because of the too much preservatives in the food. Yeah, he can't have preservatives in food. Yep. So it hasn't changed at all. So, and she said, I thought that was crazy coming from a doctor telling me this. She was so frustrated, but I was angry and sad. The things that these evil people are getting away with. This is why I homeschool my child. I wish we could. Even this talk of everyone being forced to go vegan. I got some news for everyone. Bugs go against a plant-based vegan diet. Yeah, I saw that in the picture that you sent me. I saw that. I'll put that up in a sec. Bugs are living creatures and are against the beliefs of true vegans. This proves how bad the education system is. I also wanted to point out that apparently our planet Earth, according to MIT scientists, have confirmed that our planet can fix itself when it gets out of whack. What? It has cycles, and some of the cycles are normal and well documented. Yet, there are some that are not normal. And I have to say this hurricane season was extremely odd. Oh, you're not telling me something I don't know. Yeah, you're not telling me something I don't know. I've been living in Florida since 1993, and I have lived through them all. And I can tell you, this hurricane season was bunk. There was something wrong, seriously wrong. All right. So she said, I have lived in Florida for over 30 years. Yeah, see, girl, what? Yep, I know, right? And has never been like this. Also, all of a sudden, with no activity, we get 2 storms that follow the same path. Yep, I know. Trust me, I get it. And the ones that happened before in recorded history right down to the days apart, yet look how straight the path of the first one was, then make it look like, yeah, I get it, awfully bumpy lines, don't you think? Oh, girl, you don't know, I know. Trust me, I get it. And you only see this stuff because we live here, And devil's copies will always show flaws. I guess line me up with the conspiracy theorist. You know what? I'll straighten my tinfoil hat right along with you because I saw it too, and she's like, I don't understand why we have to accept the doom and gloom future. No, we don't have to accept nothing doomy and gloomy. That's why I don't like doomy and gloomy. And I try and put a little humor in everything because I don't like the doomy and gloomy either, but sometimes it is doom and gloom, we have to accept that, and she said, why can't we have more positive future goals? We can, but sometimes we had to take the good with the bad, you know what I'm saying? And she said, why is everything about fighting zombies and living in wastelands? That ain't never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. This is not gonna turn out like The Walking Dead. I'm sorry. And I don't like when people think that way either. There is not going to be no Rick Grimes and Michonne and the governor and Negan and all that. It's not going to be that way. It's not going to be that way. There's a new movie out for Christmas called Violent Night, and it turns Santa Claus into a killer. What? I won't be watching that. I won't watch anything that my grandkids can't watch. You know what I mean? So first they ruined Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. Now they're going for Santa in a horror film. Oh, and you know what they're also doing? Bambi. They're turning Bambi into a horror film too. Go, we have so many traitors in our world. I'm sorry for talking about so many times. No, you know what? That's why I'm here. And that's why our community is here. Because, like when I make videos like this, you know how many times I've been told that we have like the vibe of like sitting at the kitchen table having a coffee with like a best friend or a neighbor. And that's the kind of vibe that I always want to have with my community. You know what I mean? We're all friends. We're all family here. That's it. You know what I mean? We're all here for each other, you know? So don't worry about it. Don't ever feel like you don't. I don't want anyone to ever feel like you guys email me too much or you have too much to say or whatever. I don't care. I love the emails that I get. I love them. You know, I want to stay connected with my community. I'm not one of those jerks that, you know, just delete, delete, delete. I don't do that. I read everything. I look at all my emails. All the videos you guys send me and stuff like that. I watch everything. I watch everything, you know, because that's just who I am. All right. All right. So here's the pictures that you guys sent me. Okay. Well, that she sent me, and I'll put those in right now. Okay. Here you go. And now for a commercial break. Okay, so this community member, she sent me an email with 3 pictures, okay? And she said, I got another warning email from the Minnesota Children's Cabinet on November 22nd to all Minnesota child care providers, because she has a child care facility in her home that her and her husband run. And she said they're stressing how RSV flu is hitting our state and that our hospitals are overwhelmed. Adding to this email was a warning about measles and instructions on what to do if we have a case of the measles in our daycare. And I've been working with children for 20 plus years in Minnesota. I've never experienced this before. There have been cases in the past without this kind of attention, and more than we have now. So why now? And she said, I kid you not, the very next day after my warning email was sent, the WHO came out with a warning that measles are now imminent global threat. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I had gotten a link from another community member, so I sent her that link. And she said they blame it on a lack of arm tickets during the pandemic. And what really jumped out at me was this push for the plan of getting more arm tickets for everyone, leaving no one behind. And they call this plan the IA 2030, aka Immunization Agenda 2030. Yeah, 2030. They say it's a robust surveillance system to detect and respond with urgency during an outbreak to get all the children jabbed. And just to go to the WHO website or Google it and blah, blah, blah. And get this, in 2021, they were saying that the C jab could be effective for the measles as well. Raise your hand right now if you know for a fact that when you were a kid, you were immunized for measles when you were a kid, or if you were in the military. Okay? So, you know you got it. So, this arm ticket that they're doing now, no, it does not. You know? No, it does not. So this email was sent to me by a community member, and she said, who exactly funds the CDC? She said, well, I wanted to know, so I made this list of notables compiled from the huge list found on their website. So here's the list. 3M, Adobe, Aflac, AstraZeneca, AT&T, Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Bayer, Bank of Commerce, the Gates Foundation, Biogen, Cargill, Cambridge University Press, Century 21, Charles Schwab Corporation, Cisco Systems, Citibank, Coca-Cola, Clorox, CNN, Time Warner, Costco, CVS, Data Processing Management Incorporated, Dell, Delta Airlines, Diazem Labs, Disney, ET Enterprises, Eastern Mountain Sports, Eventbrite, ExxonMobil, Facebook, Fidelity, Ford, General Electric, General Mills, General Motor, Google, Government of Canada, Hampton Inn, Hilton Hotel, Home Depot, IMG, Infectious Disease Consultant Incorporated, Janssen, Johnson & Johnson, JVC, Kaiser, Kohl's, Liberty Mutual, Magellan, MailChimp, McDonald's, Merck, Microgenic, Microsoft, Motorola, NFL, NanoEntech, New York Society of Infectious Disease, Nike, North American Vaccine Incorporated, Novavax, OnStar, and Oxford University. My God. Commercial break. Okay, so this email comes in from a community member, and she said, I don't normally have anything worthy of sharing with the community. Listen, everything that everybody has to say is worthy, okay? She said, but it's becoming obvious that something big is on the horizon. Parts of China are having outbreaks horribly. Potato just visited China recently. My guess is to shore up his deals Hunter made with them. Biden has also already agreed to sign on to the WHO treaty in the works, and there is talks of a new pandemic. And here sits in Boston their glorious creation with an 80% kill rate. And the WEF wants the world depopulated as quickly as possible. Want to make a guess what's going to be used? She said, blame yourself, Autumn, for going down rabbit holes and researching stuff. You have inspired me to do the same. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, so here's another email. I inspire people. Oh, this person said, I live in California and I work at Walmart's. Produce is horrible and empty shelves. Hardly any canned food and other item deliveries are very small. I've also been overcharged many of times and charged twice for many orders with grocery pickup. I have to go to my bank to get a complaint printout of all of my purchases to have proof of what they're doing. Yes, even employees, most won't speak up of being afraid of being fired. That's disgusting. I would speak up. They can't do that. They said, I have contacted customer service online and they referred me to another number. This is horrible and extreme price gouging and overcharging. I'm still waiting for refunds on canceled orders. My Lord, I am so sorry. Oh my God. Oh. And before I go, this community member wrote in and she said, my memory is cloudy. So is mine. She said, but I think I remember about a year ago, there was a change in U.S. food rules where a higher amount of cellulose was to be allowed. The initial study was conducted at Auschwitz. No kidding. Or one of the other camps, and I believe they decided that 8% cellulose was the highest they should put in. There were all kinds of wartime and depression stories about sawdust being put in bread for survival purposes, and I was wrong about something else. It was actually Stalin's gulags. that had the first fluorinated water to try to dumb down, mellow out prisoners for many reasons. Sometimes I think we're living through the 1930s again. Jeez, Mary Lou. Wow. Oh my God. All right. Wow. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one, all right? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, right? And as always, fear less. Ciao.